Great. Thank you so much for joining us today on a Thursday evening again for another session on Gemini, Google Gemini, with our Google experts, Mithun and Kavya. Mithun is an ML engineer manager at Google Maps. He directs the content moderation platform. His 18-year career integrates engineering research and applied data science. His PhD and ongoing research interests center on NLP for code mixed sparse languages and the vital challenge of explainability and reduced hallucinations in LLMs. Thank you so much for joining us, Mithun. And Kavya is an application engineer at Google, where she focuses on automating Alphabet's cloud supply chain processes. She graduated in 2022 with a BTech in computer science and engineering from IIIT Vadodara. Kavya is also a proud and active member of the GHC community. She received a scholarship to attend the event in 2021. So we're very happy to meet you, Kavya. And thank you so much for the both of you. I'm going to pass it over to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arishi.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Let me share my screen and we can get started. Welcome to this session. I'm super excited. This is something that we enjoy doing with other partners and startups and so on. And it's always we end up in getting one or the other perspective about how people are using Gemini in various forums. And this is primarily to help each other to understand what are the possibilities that we can take up, right? So I'm Mithun and I'm joined by Kavya. The first few minutes we'll spend more on understanding the basics, and then this is a hands-on workshop. So Kavya and I will also make sure that you're getting a hang of how Gemini works. I'll want to get started with telling about my work and then what we are doing. I'm part of the Maps team, and Maps has actually moved from being a digital atlas to something where we need up to minute real time information. And you'd notice that, for instance, we want to visit a restaurant, we we go and check on Google Maps whether it's open or not. And this is something that we would want to keep it up to date. But keeping it up to date is a challenge. There could be snowstorms, there could be vehicle stall up, and so on. How do you think we'll be able to get this real-time information? Because the way we collect all of these maps data is mostly going to be latent. It's going to be via satellites. It's going to be via some devices. But how do we get such real-time updates? Any guesses?
Mithun, sorry to interrupt. I think the screen is a bit blurred. Is it okay if you can reshare?
Sorry about that. Let me reshare that.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Still a bit blurred, but better than before.
I see. Okay, let's see. Otherwise, I would request you to share it, Kavya.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll go for a couple of slides and we'll see if that works. Right? So the question I was asking is, we want real-time information on Google Maps. So how do you think we'll be able to get it? Any thoughts? Satellite imagery or street view kind of uh, vehicles, it takes a lot of time. It's latent. Satellites is one. Obviously, it's not going to let us know a lot of factual details. For instance, if a restaurant is open or not, we'll not be able to get this information. So, who do you think can provide this information? Some of the factual content data.
Users, I guess, real
Users,
time.
very good.
Yeah.
Internet users. We also scrape a lot from websites. So thank you, Ruby. We get real-time data from users, as Vijay is saying, right? So user-generated content is what keeps maps fresh and accurate. You and I, we can go to maps, we can add a location, we can add, we can say that something is incorrect and so on. So we rely on that. So when we started collecting a lot of user data, these are the kind of contributions that came in. For instance, I don't know if it's visible, it says police checking hey there, right? So people started to use it creatively, saying that, hey, use it to avoid cops from looking at this. This is also user generated data. We can just chuckle at it and leave it. There are some more funny ones. Like someone has reviewed a police station, and if you read through the reviews, it says they had a 5-star treatment, they ate chicken biryani, and so on. Obviously, this is a fake review, but still, it's good fun to have. But more serious things happen specifically at such reviews. When you notice here, there is a user review for uh, for one of the establishments, Siddheshwar Pan Corner, and then they have put a photograph. They have started to write on top of it a phone number. There is an embedded phone number on top of it, and usually these are scamsters who try to misdirect customers. They ask for some prepayment, and then they say that, would you be able to do some prepayment? We'll deliver grocery, alcohol, or something, right? So now this is where it becomes even more serious, especially when we have airlines or hotels and so on. It is like a multi-million-dollar business that scamsters are running. Now, abuse reduction is what I take care of within Google Maps. We try to see that whether we should trust a user or not trust a user. And this we need to do it in real time at the scale of Google, which means we need to look at about 4 billion active users who are on Maps and then their contributions, whether we should be trusting it or not. And doing it at scale would automatically look at humans are not scalable, right? We would need to look at some kind of novel abuse discovery, and we rely on more of ML models to come in. And this is what I want to pivot towards for this talk as well. How we have been using various ML models, specifically how Gemini has been transforming the way our fraud detection models work in real time. I hope my screen is okay at this point of time, or is it still blurry? It's
This is
better.
good.
All right. Okay. Awesome. So all of this scale that we are able to see, I have been speaking about 4 billion active users. We'd want to start moderating each and every content, and AI is what plays a pivotal role. And we are in that revolution, similar to what happened in 1700s with steam power or electricity in 1800s, information technology in 1969. Now is the another revolution that's happening. We are all witnessing. We are all going it through, right? So AI is the larger umbrella that has multiple meanings. When you look at it, AI is nothing but there is natural intelligence of humans. We would want to imitate it. We would want to make the systems, machines, imitate whatever we are doing. And that's the broader umbrella. Within this, what you have is machine learning. So it's a subset where we want to look at the data, historical patterns, improve the experience. Even more smaller subset is deep learning, where we'd want to look at how human brain has been working so far. There is a neuron to neuron connection, and then we would want to see that also can computers also focus on something like this, where it's able to focus and only specialize in certain portions of it. Um, you're able to see the eyes, arms, legs, and so on, right? So we would want to, and then we would want to combine them all together. So that's what our brain does. Similarly, deep learning would be enabling us to identify very similar to how brain works. And then even more a smaller subset that you are seeing is generative AI. You see, like many of the AI applications which are currently on the market, be it Gemini or be it any of the others like ChatGPT, LLMs, and so on, or Claude, Llama, and so on. Any of the LLMs, they have actually exploded just because of the way it has been functioning. AI is revolutionizing almost everything. We have moved away from just prediction classification models to starting to generate almost everything, including the PhD theses as well. So some of my friends are now using it to generate their entire thesis in just about a week and then submitting it. They are as creative as that. So it's transforming how we are interacting with technology. We could see a lot of applications. I want to pivot towards another one, which is AI agent. Uh, Now people have started to say that, okay, Gen AI is good, but can I use it for my day-to-day work? this is where AI agents come into play. uh, what does an agent do? A personal agent do? They'll be able to take care of all your needs, right? Very similarly, AI agent is able to break it down. It reasons, identifies who's able to do it well. So it acts as a agent brain or orchestrator. It identifies the best model, looks for the right tools. For instance, you want to book an airline ticket, it identifies what are the available websites, Skyscanner, Google Flights, and so on. Then it goes into respective airline, goes for a ticketing system, and then does all this orchestration, right? So basically, you need a couple of things. One is the model. In this case, it could be Gemini or any of the other model. And similarly, you need various APIs, which you are going to put it as tool. And then finally, you need someone to orchestrate. Finally, someone to say that instruct what needs to be done at what point of time. Can it all be handed off to AI? That's the AI agent, right? Everything that we are talking about now is primarily about how to build such an AI agent. And you'd notice in this workshop how simple it's going to be. And you can start to automate a lot of your tasks as well. It's like ordering a burger, right? You don't have to go about and detailing out everything, what needs to be done. So if you're going to place an order, you just need to say that what you want, restaurant takes care of everything. But you could also go about, they have various tools. They have a knife, they have a burger flipper, they have fork and spoon. So depending on the use case, they would be choosing. So similarly, a agent would be able to do all of this. It's like entering a restaurant, placing an order, right? It takes care of it in the natural language you and I are talking about. We don't need to be code savvy, we don't need to write any code. We can start to do all of this in a single go. That's where Gemini for the agentic era started. And you'd notice that this is a revolution in general. Um, Gemini is our most capable model from Google. It has been trained hands up, hands down, looking at the text, looking at the code, and then identifying what needs to be done on multimodal reasoning. What is this multimodal reasoning? I'll probably want to play a short video, and then we'll see like what are its capabilities.
Gemini 2.0 enables new kinds of multimodal AI agents. Agents that can see and hear the world around you. Think, plan, remember, and take action. Gemini 2.0 is what enables Project Astra, our research prototype of a universal AI assistant. Using capabilities like multimodal memory and real-time information, it lets you understand your world live.
What can you tell me about this sculpture?
The sculpture you're seeing is called My World in Your World by Eva Rothschild, located in Lewis Cubitt Park in London.
What kind of themes does her work explore?
She creates abstract sculptures that invite viewers to interact with and interpret their surroundings in new ways.
Project Astra is multilingual, using native audio to seamlessly switch languages as you speak.
Est-ce que tu peux me dire quelque chose d'intéressant à propos de ces lanternes?
Bien sûr, je peux vous parler des lanternes. Les lanternes que vous voyez font partie de la porte d'entrée de Chinatown à Londres. நிச்சயமாக இது லண்டனில் உள்ள Chinatown நுழைவாயில்.
We're taking this to the next step with Project Mariner, with agents that can complete tasks on your behalf. You can ask it to do things like this that require multiple steps: doing research to look up the artist, then finding the painting, and then shopping for the right supplies. The agent uses the web to take action and find what you're looking for. It plans and reasons at each step, always staying in your control and completing your task. Gemini 2.0 enables agents that can be applied across domains. We're exploring agents that can explore virtual worlds, assisting you in video games.
Where do you recommend I attack from on this base?
Given the base layout, I recommend attacking from the bottom or south side. This direction allows you to target the town hall directly with your giants, while the wizards can handle the surrounding defenses.
Gemini 2.0 can reason about the physical world, understanding 3D spatial environments and objects. These capabilities are being applied to robotics, with agents that can assist you in your everyday physical environment. Learn more about how Gemini 2.0 is enabling the next generation of multimodal AI agents.
All right. So that was a quick introduction to Gemini. Uh,
At Gemini 2.0.
and what we saw the video was about 2.0, but we are at 2.5, which we recently also made it public. You'll have access to it. Uh, Google has been pioneering a lot of AI. You could see the number of researchers and publications, and Gemini has been the outcome of this effort. Uh, a few of the points from the video that I want to highlight here, right? So Gemini is multimodal, which means it can take inputs in various forms. It could be in audio, it could be in video format, it could be in a textual format, or it could be in code format, and so on. So all of these are going to be the various formats of input. So hence you have various modes of input that comes in, and there is a model. There are multiple models. You would be also seeing that what you could choose. It's like a it's like a la carte menu. You can choose any of them, and you can also get the output in the format that you need. So you might want to input a text, and then you'd want to generate a video out of it. For instance, you're saying that, hey, generate a creative video for me, where you're creating a 5-second video of a baby. It can generate it for you. So the input is text, output is going to be a video, and you can try various combinations of it, right? Exciting. Now I want to ask you all, what are the most unconventional data input that you can imagine feeding into a model like this in real world that could solve real problems? Any of you would want to have a stab at it? Feel free to unmute or feel free to enter it on the chat. So where do you think you can have like various inputs? Thank you. I see rare disease diagnostics. Very good, Madhvi. In fact, people have started to work on health tech. They are starting to use Gemini for diagnosis, for looking at MRI scans, CT scans, X-rays, and so on. Very good. What to make for dinner? Very good, Karen. I think this is something that I struggle with every day, looking at the ingredients in my fridge. So I don't know. This is like interesting exercise for you to do. You go take a photo of your refrigerator. It automatically identifies the ingredients, and then it says you have these ingredients, and then based on this, this is what you can prepare. You should try that out. I have been trying various of these. Any others that comes? Workout plans, important, right? You'd want to look at what exercise routine would suit me, which is personalized only for me based on my BMI, based on my metabolism, and so on. Very good. Thanks, Hina. And Tina says, sync my calendar with my kids so that we can figure out what we can do together. Wonderful. Especially when you want to bring in unison between all of this, it's harder. Handling kids. Tell me about it, Vijay. Yeah. Heartbeat. Very good. Therapy. Uh, Important thing. Thanks, Neha. So you have various of these which are coming in. In fact, I would want to show you like how people have started to use. These are real innovations that is coming out of Gemini. When you're looking at it, they look at EdTech. For instance, you would want to understand expressions, voice tones, heart rate, plus screen interactions, and then provide an adaptive platform to look at frustration or stress. Similarly, you can look at healthcare, agri-tech, retail analytics, and so on. So there are a bunch of unconventional multimodal inputs that people are starting to leverage, and they're able to solve a good amount of problems that they're able to look at, right? Okay. So from here, let's look at what's new with Gemini. We have been speaking about 2.5. You'd notice some of them are in preview stage, some of them are in experimental stage. So the takeaway is it's multimodal. You'd be able to see most of the state of the art in all of this, and you'd be experiencing in a while yourself on uh, the various things that we can start to build. Uh, Looking at our competition, we are able to do we are able to beat the chart on multiple of the parameters, intelligence being one of them, because it's able to reason out well, and you'd notice that it's much better than all of its peers when there is a comparison. uh, there are flavors of Gemini 2.5. One is Flash, right? When you when you want to lower the reasoning, right? Now you might want to not have any kind of reasoning, but it just follows orders. You can set it to 0, right? You can just turn the thinking off, or you can set it to high and then ask it to think a lot, right? Now the question is, if you are given such a model where you are it's able to reason it out, it's able to think based on the setting, in real world, where do you think you need something to reason out, something that you don't need to reason out, right? Where you need probably some good amount of reasoning activity within the model? Any thoughts? Emotional questions, right? So thanks, Vijay. This you'll need a lot of reasoning as well, I believe, right? You'd want to understand how did it arrive, how did the model even tell you that something needs to be done, right? Good. uh, where do you think reasoning is not required? Anything judicial needs explainability, reasonability. Very good. And this is actually an evolving science as well within LLM. For those of you who are in your final year of engineering or trying to do something on the research, you would notice that explainability in LLMs is one of the major broader areas. Good. Maths, brainstorming sessions for reasoning. Very good. Now, these are the things where you need a lot of reasoning. There are a few things where you don't need reasoning as well. For instance, you just wanted to execute some task based on rules. You don't want it to think much, right? It just goes about in looking at A, B, C rules, and then it identifies, it matches them. You just need to follow it. So you just turn off the thinking. You don't need to spend so much time and CPU and TPU hours on top of it, right? Now, this is where we would want to look at how do we start to build the AI models, agentic models. So one of the key things that you can get from Gemini is you have this ADK, which is Agent Development Kit. You can start to use Agent Development Kit similar to any other SDK, and you'd notice that it comes with a full set of things, uh, easier playbooks that you can get started with. There are multiple of the models that you can get started with. And when you look at the entire architecture, it looks a little daunting and overwhelming. But what I want to bring to your point is a couple of things. What you're noticing, like Agent Development Kit, Agent Engine, Agent Garden, are all part of it, what you see in the green. But what's important for all of us is some grounding and RAG, retrieval augmented generation. What it means is LLMs tend to hallucinate. For instance, if you say, what is 5 plus 5? It will give out the answer as 10. But you're saying, no, my wife says it's 11. Probably in the earlier cases, including Gemini, it said, yeah, your wife is right, right? But now it goes about in reasoning, and you'd also want to get some basis on top of it. So this is where you'd be able to ground it and prevent any kind of hallucination. You can get data from search, you can get data from maps, and then you'd be able to combine all of them. And you have hundreds of LLMs that's available within the model garden. And there are various protocols as well. For example, we have started to build a agent to agent protocol. It's similar to like two agents want to talk to each other. So there is agent one, agent two, and then there is an orchestrate agent. They can talk to each other. It's like API is calling another API, right? So A to A protocols. This complements MCP, which you're getting it from Anthropic. Now all of this put together is what we have agent space. You could do like a variety of things. You have like expert Google built agents, or you can start to build your own agent. There are some no code agents, so even without you having any of the coding knowledge, you can start to use it with all of these. And you could do multiple of the automation, right? So there are various repetitive tasks that we start to do. For instance, we'd want to look at Excel sheets, we'd want to gain data out of it, we'd want to visualize it, we'd want to also look at how is it performed and so on, right? So all of these are repetitive tasks. Any other repetitive task that comes to your mind that you would be able to automate? There is a question. Tina is asking, will we be able to access this deck? Probably not the entire deck, but the video will be available, which is getting recorded. And you'll also be able to see some of the key points that I'll be able to show you, right? Awesome. Which is saying data consolidation. something that we struggle with. There are a good number of Excel sheets, CSVs, TSVs that we struggle to identify what is the right one, right? So some model like this would easily automate it. So agent space has a good number of agents which are pre-built, and you could start to create your own agents. So there is a agent gallery, you can create it, you can start to do multiple of these things, which we'll see in the workshop, right? And you could do you can create a custom AI agent, you can create your own interface, and it's very quick to automate and get started with, right? There are also partners. For instance, uh, you'd want to partner with Accenture, Deloitte, and so on. They have their agents already in place. So for instance, Deloitte actually is a staffing partner for many of the companies. So you can just look at the agent that they have deployed, and you would be able to quickly call their agents. You have the A2A protocol as well, which is working. So bringing all together, there's Notebook LM, there is Google Agent Space, Chrome Enterprise, all of this work in tandem, right? Then there is Live API. As you notice, there are multiple uh, uh, input modalities that comes in: video, audio, text, and then Gemini is able to take it out and then give speech as the output. Now you could use it in various of the forms. For instance, you would want to get live transcription. Now that is easier because of this. Similarly, you could go about and using it as a personal assistant uh, for capturing a video, identifying it to give you the summary out of it, and so on. So it's able to do it in low latency as well, which is the processing time is going to be in order of milliseconds. So that is going to be the beauty of using such models. I want to pivot towards certain more interesting things, and then we'll get started with the hands-on. Imagine VO, Chip, and Lyria are the flavors that you would be able to get depending on the task that you are going to look at. Right. The first thing is, imagine when you are going to give a text and you are asking it to generate an image. It can generate an image, hence the name. You can edit images out of it. You can customize. So when you notice this, there are a good number uh, uh, of customization people can start to use it. For instance, you would want to go for marketing messages. You can just upload a picture, and then it can start to generate some creatives out of it. You can give a textual input, and then it can start to generate a video out of it. Right. So there are various flavors that you can do with Imagen. Any other ideas that comes to your mind? Using Imagen, what else can you do?
Maybe a
Any
whole YouTube video you can upload.
upload a video, and then you would be able to also do some creatives. Actually, that's a good one. Mrudula, right? Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. What else can you do with Imagen? Divya is asking how long is the session. This is 1.5 hours, so about 30 minutes of understanding all the capabilities, and then 1 hour for hands-on. All right, any other thoughts that comes to your mind? If you're given such a tool, what else can you do? We'll keep thinking about it, right? So Mridula was saying about video. You can generate videos from a prompt. You just say, hey, generate an image of a snowing town where people are chatting and having coffee, and it can generate a video like this. The problem is people are also coming up with deep fakes as well, which is concerning, but at the same time, this is exciting because it leaves room for a lot of applications, including marketing messages, ads, and so on. You can start to generate a lot of ads as well, right? And similarly, you just upload a photo and it can generate a GIF or a video out of it. It can add motion to the existing images. You'd notice that um, 24 frames per second, 720 pixel. So quite good in terms of whatever it's generating. It's limited only because of the memory that we are able to hold. 24 frames per second into 5 seconds is roughly about 200 frames that it starts to generate. So we are limited only by it, but not by how we can start to use it. Divya is saying Imagen can be used for image manipulation of different types. Not sure if this is correct. It's very correct, Divya. Thank you. I think Imagen and VO, you'd notice that there are a good number of applications that you can start to leverage. Any of the ads that you would want to shoot. Advertisements are usually an expensive affair, right? So it becomes harder for us to go about in shooting it in, let's say, Switzerland and so on. So you can start to use it. There was a question. Mrudula, do you have a question?
Yeah. So how about like, would it be able to bring up the like Indian whenever we try to generate? So generally, when I try to use all other AIs, right? So it's all comes up with US based images, all the videos creation and all. So how about
Right.
this? So yeah,
Yeah.
could you just?
One of the things we are solving is bias, right? AI has a lot of bias because it's purely based on what is the input that we have trained it with. And unfortunately, a good number of things, for example, when you say a doctor, always a male doctor comes up. When you say a nurse, a female nurse shows up, which is which is bad. Now, this is where we are consciously putting in efforts to avoid any kind of gender bias, racial bias, and so on. So you'd notice, in fact, Google had this dilemma. We launched it, it started generating a lot of images, and then it always, if you're asking for someone with poverty, it used to bring some Asian face and start to show up there, or someone from Africa. And after that, we had to stop the feature from showing up, but we made a lot of advancements since then. We have been able to control a lot of bias. We are now able to generate pictures, videos, but we have been very mindful about making sure there is inclusivity, there is diversity, which is followed. I hope that answers, Mrudula.
Yes, 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 sure. Thanks.
Awesome. So Veo is one, you'd be able to do a lot of things. In fact, for any of these, there is the original video with harness. If you are able to see this, the harness has been removed. So if you want to do any kind of camera movements, changes in the editing of a motion film and so on, you could still do it. You could just show the first frame and the last frame. It can start to do interpolation, so it can add multiple of these interpolations. So for animation and so on, it makes it easier, right? So if you're working on something like this, you'd notice that it is going to be much useful. Similarly, if you're generating a game series, you can create the entire storyboard in one go. So the application is only limited by whatever we are thinking at this point of time. So people have been using, for example, L'Oreal has been using this for creating various visuals, which is multilingual. It is suiting the geographic needs by just giving text prompts, right? The other advancement we have is Chirp 3. So you'd notice that there are various voice options that comes in. Uh, let's see if you're able to hear this.
Hi there. We're introducing a
Are you
new
able
feature where
to
I can
hear
read
that
ideas.
when I played it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, okay. So there are similar such play.
Hi there. We're introducing a
So
new
you can do
feature where I
instant
can.
customization. You can upload a 10-second audio clip of yourself, and then it can start to speak like you. Sometimes it's scary as well, right? If what if people are starting to imitate whatever we are doing, but you can start to do a lot of customization. Now people are using it creatively. For instance, someone would want to have a customer care, and we would want it to be in code mixed language, which means someone is speaking Hindi English, and we would also want to respond in Hindi English. So it makes it easier, right? So you can start to customize it based on what the user input is. It can start to personalize based on that. So Chirp 3 is one of the groundbreaking audio understanding and generation model. Similarly, we have Lyria, which is text to music. You just say instrumental pop song with nighttime vibes calm. This is the prompt that I'm entering. It will start to generate a music like this. Able to hear? Similarly, you can give various other prompts as well. For example, I say Irish folk music with fiddle. It's buffering, but you'd be able to see that it's giving us various of these music, right? So you can effortlessly create audio. And in fact, people in the industry have started to leverage this. One of them is Shankar Mahadevan. I just wanted to show you a short clip of how their studio has been leveraging Gemini.
This was one recording where I did not know what's going to happen. We were just going with the flow. Roobaroo. Sanjay, no?
Shankar and the lyricist had such great chemistry, and they used this word called rubaru, which meant face to face, and that became inspiration for the lyrics in our final song.
So can you start the song like this?
Very nice.
And you kick in the dholak and all when the rubaroo comes in. Tere aane se da 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 dee. Working with Sandbox is great. We inputted our requirement and it gave us a bed. We used that bed and we came up with this song. It became a beautiful combination of very traditional Sufi melody on a very modern track. I think creating the melody is the most favorite part. When that feeling comes, you really feel proud of yourself.
Where we started with the track and where we ended were in two distinct sort of places.
You need to add some little backing vocals in your voice.
If you want me to.
Just go. Don't think. For a musician, it's such an inspiring tool. You open a door and you see, hey, there's another room there. And then you open one more door and you see one more room there. So that's what AI does.
All right. So I would see that almost everyone has been vibing, including me. So this is something which is AI generated background music. Now, when you watch the entire video, Shankar Mahadevan also explains how it was just a text prompt that the studio was entering, and it was able to generate the Sufi music in the background, which you can just enter the lyrics, it starts to auto generate everything for you. Right now, this is all interesting. Now you could generate videos, you could generate music, you could generate audio, and multiple others. There are more models like Gemma that comes in. Gemini has been our closed model, which means you can start the model, fine tune it. But Gemma is an open source model. You can start to do a lot more. You can change the weights, you can change the number of parameters, and so on. There has been an evolution of Gemma as well. You could see within the last 1 year, there are various flavors of Gemma that came in. We have 1 billion, 4 billion, 12 billion, and 27 billion. Now, it depends on where are you going to use it. For instance, on your smartphone, when there is no internet connectivity, you would still want to do some ML activity. Can you think of any example? Where is that without internet connection, you would want to still use ML? There's one that I don't know, most of them would have used in one or the other flavor. It's the Translate app within Google as well. You'd notice that you don't need active internet connection, especially when you're traveling to a different state, different country where you are not able to understand the script, the language. You can just point at it and then it'll start to do a real-time translation even without internet, right? Now this is interesting because you don't need active internet. You're running in low RAM, something very constrained on a memory, and then it still is able to work. So for such things, you'll be using 1 billion or 4 billion kind of model. Something that you have laptop or good connectivity, internet connectivity, you can use higher models, right? So an example is something like this. So AgriSense is one of the startup. Again, this is a made up name, but you would notice that there is something which works on this. There's a mobile app for farmers in remote areas. In fact, Vadvani AI, they have started to do something like this. So farmers would want to analyze the photos of crops on their smartphone, identify the common disease offline because internet connectivity is unreliable, right? So on farmers' devices, you're just having a model, and then it is able to identify whether there is some kind of infestation of some pest. It's able to diagnose it, and it's able to give you the results out. So this is something that doesn't need any kind of offline maps. Very good use case. Thanks, Ruby. So there are various of these that's coming in, and as I told you, it's only limited with our imagination. There are multiple other scenarios. For instance, you can do um, a sophisticated coding buddy as well, which can integrate into your laptop, or it can use all of the enterprise data. It can go about in creating a lot of structured data visualization and so on. So depending on what you want to use, you would be choosing between low model or higher end models. And it's able to do multiple of these, like it's multilingual, it's long contextual, it's able to take in vision, and there are function callings as well. So for you to get started, for today we have workshop, but in general, if you're going to read it, you're probably going to take a screenshot of this. You have some of the URLs that has been mentioned here. Probably look at it, explore it at your pace. And you have Vertex AI Studio. You can go to console.cloud.google.com, Vertex AI, and start to play around with all of the models that we were talking about. You'll also have an introduction right away where you will be playing around with all of these. For those who are tech savvy, we also have SDK. You can just do pip install Google Gen AI. Whatever we are talking about, everything is available in just one installation. Um, yeah, with that said, I want to just leave room for this AI GitHub as well. There are a good number of resources for you to read through, watch later. Please scan it or take a screenshot of this. You'd be able to see it, most of it, at a later point of time. Okay, having said this, thank you so much. Any questions? This is my LinkedIn. Probably scan for it. You'll be able to have my LinkedIn. I'd love to connect with all of you. Any questions that we have so far? How do we make sure our photos are not misused? Now, this is ethics as well, which comes into play, Tina. Um, um, we can talk about it. I'll start typing it as well. I don't want to steal time from Kavya. She has a lot of interesting things that she has kept. Imagine can be used for manipulation. Good. Um, URL slide again. Yeah, of course, I'll do that. I think this is a one-stop shop if you're going to look at all of them. Gemini, is it available on mobile? Yeah, you have certain things which is available for everyone's use, and some of them through API usage, which we'll be learning it today. Right. With that as a segue, please keep asking a lot of questions. I'd love to still answer it while Kavya is starting to do her workshop. I'll hand it off to Kavya to start having the hands-on session with all of you.
Hello everyone, I'm Kavya, and thank you Mithun for such a great information on all Gemini and all its use cases. I think we had a really good introduction by Mithun. Now it's time to do some hands-on there. So Mithun, I can share my
I'll
screen.
stop sharing, Kavya. Over to you.
Yeah. Okay, let me know if my screen is visible. I
Yes,
hope that.
yes,
It
it
is.
is.
So, Arushi gave, I think, good enough intro about me, but I'll still like to call out that how I am using Vertex AI within my work at Google. So, summarization, for example, is a very simple use case, but it comes in handy at a lot of places when we are making applications, right? And even one of the projects that I'm working on is a test automation framework where we are using Vertex AI to suggest possible resolutions and even show error messages and stuff like that to users whose scripts have been failing from quite some time. For example, if your script is flaky or it has some kind of certain error, the model will suggest resolution. So I think these are some simple things, but these come really handy when it comes to the users, right? So I'll quickly move ahead. Okay, so as Mithun said, what is an AI agent? AI agent is an application that helps us to achieve a goal given an input and some tools at disposal. We will be giving an input to an agent today. We'll be using some tools today. So, yeah, that's the good part. And what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you have to actually design an agent? So basically you need to think of the purpose, right? So what are you going to design the agent for? And then the second thing comes, what are its limitations? So you, as Mithun already stated, that there are not all the things that could be covered with Gemini. It could hallucinate, it could give wrong outputs and all those things. And then the third thing is, how would you measure the success of your agent, right? So if you are going to make a product where you are going to integrate this agent, you need to think about the success metrics as well. So it could be few things like customer satisfaction, or probably number of clicks on your chatbot and things like that. So for the purpose of this code lab, we'll be creating a travel buddy today and helping users generate their itinerary, probably suggesting them a few places to go. And we will be helping we will be basically trying to ground the agent so that it does not hallucinate, and then also deploy that, right? So sorry so yeah, I think I already covered all these points. So moving ahead, the first part right now is that we need to claim the credits. So this is the link. I'll be pasting this link on chat. So please use this link to open the code lab, and give me a thumbs up if you are able to access that. And in case you have any issue, please put that in the chat box, or feel free to unmute yourselves and call that out. So yeah, so once you click on that link, you should be able to see a screen like this, where you have to sign in with your personal Gmail account. So click on this button and go ahead and sign in yourselves. So after you have signed in yourself, you will see this click here to access your credits button. You need to click on this and you will be redirected to this screen, where you need to fill your first name, your last name, and then click on accept and continue. Please just give me a thumbs up so that I know that people are on board and you guys are getting what I'm trying to tell you.
Just wanted a quick check if everyone is able to access this URL and reach this stage.
Yeah.
Everyone are able to. Any difficulty, please post it. I'll be monitoring the chat and I'll help you out in case there is some issue. And as much as possible, please try doing it. It's going to be interesting. You'll probably love it, and then you can do a good number of things later as well.
So now you have to actually create a Google Cloud project. Even if you have a Google Cloud project already created, I would recommend that you create a new one, because you need to use these free credits in order to not get billed. So you can click here, create or select a project, click on this button, and then click on new project screen. So it will open up a form for you where you can actually enter any project name that you want to enter. Make sure that you are selecting the billing account as Google Cloud Platform Trial Billing Account, so that you are able to use your free credit that you just claimed. And location can be no organization. It's totally fine. And then click on the create button. I hope we are good till this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'll be pasting this link as well in chat so that you can access the code lab. Although I'll be walking you through all the steps in my presentation as well, but in case you are left out, or you're lagging behind, or you want to go ahead and finish the code lab earlier, please use this link and just catch up with the code lab.
I see a couple of them who are saying they're stuck. Please let me know where you're stuck. We could help in some of the other way. It took me out
Tina,
and says code is redeemed. Okay, do one thing, Tina. See if you can open it in incognito window, and then try to claim it again.
Close the tab and open it in the incognito window. That should help. I think then it should open it up.
Anyone else facing issues?
Okay.
A quick show of hands. Just how many people are able to do it completely till here?
Sorry?
Just
I
give a
think,
quick thumbs up on whoever has been able to do it till here.
I think somebody was trying to speak something.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the middle, so I just wanted your guidance.
Yeah.
Sure.
Initially, I just clicked here. There is a option to click the access to credits, right? So I just clicked that, and following which it is taking me to a page which shows to be billing. So is this the right navigation that is being done, or am I missing something?
Can you see a Google Cloud icon in the top left of your screen?
Google Cloud, yes. Yes.
Click on that. It will take you to the home page in case you have landed on some other screen.
Okay.
This icon here on the presentation. Can you see this?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So now you are able to see this option.
Just a second. There is a welcome note, and following which I could see my profile there. I don't see create or select a project here.
Okay, can you click here where it shows no organization? Can you try to click there and check if you are able to create a new account, new project?
I don't have that object. I mean, I don't have that option at all. Select a project. There is an option to select a project.
Okay.
It doesn't show you create, is it?
Yeah, that option is not at all available.
Okay.
I think it's on the right side of the model that gets displayed. You have a new project. Do you see that?
So on the right, there should be something for new project.
Yeah. If you click here on this no organization next to Google Cloud, it should open up something like this. Are you able to see this dialog?
My case, it show next to Google Cloud, I could see select a project. I don't know which
Correct.
page
So
it landed.
if it comes up like this, yeah, are you able to see any modal like this?
No, not at all.
Go about in selecting a project, click on select a project. It should open a modal
Yeah.
like this, and then you should be able to see the screen. Are
Okay.
you able to do
There
that?
again, I could see no organization. After selecting a project, there is a name, and under which I could see no organization. Should I have to click on
No
that?
organization. But on
Yes.
the right, do you see a new project?
Right. Yeah. I could
Yeah,
see
Click
click
on
on
that new
that.
project.
So after you are there on new project, you can put your project name and select the billing account as Google Cloud Platform trial billing account.
Here it doesn't ask me any billing account. It just gives me a location selection.
It doesn't give you a billing account?
No.
Okay. Then in that case, you need to go to billing from Google Cloud Console, and then you can set your project billing like this.
Okay. Okay, let me try that.
Yeah. Okay. I hope it's fine for everyone else. So please click on this link, and then you should come to the AI applications homepage. Please click on the link that I have shared for Pantheon and AI applications homepage. where you will see this option and you have to activate the AI applications API. So give me a thumbs up if people are at this stage where they are able to activate the cloud applications API.
Sorry, Kavya, can you repeat? How do we get to this welcome to AI applications?
I have shared the link in the chat.
Okay.
Click on that link and you will directly reach on the page. Yeah. Are we good?
I think we can move, yeah.
Okay. For people who are not getting the billing option, so you can click on this menu over here and you will get billing as an option there in this navigation panel. And then you have to go to the billing, and whatever project you have created or you have selected, just put Google Cloud Platform trial billing account and then set it like this. Are you able to see this, Tina? Okay, good.
Kavya, when I go to the link that you've given, it takes me to some SSO, Google
Yeah,
SSO.
so for that, you have to put, if you are from Google, you have to put your office credentials. So it happens on Google machines. I mean, it happened on my machine as well, that it showed me that SSO screen. So you need to put your office credentials and then you should be good to go.
For those who are not Googlers, you can remove that corp. I think that should work.
Yeah.
Pantheon.google.com.
Okay.
So
Is
after
it
you are
even
done,
loading?
No, that still didn't work.
It still doesn't work. Okay.
so you can just enter your corp credentials, VG.
By corp
But
credentials, do you mean? I mean, I'm not from Google, so I don't know what to
yeah,
enter.
yeah.
Are you using your office
Sort
device?
out.
Yes, I am using my organization's laptop.
So can you do you have any credentials that you use on your office laptop?
Yes.
Put them.
No, I don't think that is Kavya.
It is saying at the google.com, right?
At google.com. I think this should be. Let's see if there is a better way.
There is an option. I just put it. So maybe dashboard.pantheon.io. Not sure if this is correct. Can we check? Could you check?
Okay, I think this is the internal Google's link.
This is not the right link, VG, that you share.
This is not the right one. Okay, thank you.
Dashboard.pantheon.io. No, not. Please don't open that link. Could you please let us know what we are supposed to enter? Yes. So you need to put this link. You need to open this link, Arushi, that I have shared. Pantheon.corp.google.com. Gen app start and oh sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry. Let me fix that link. I just copied it wrong. I'm sorry. I'll share the right link. Sorry about that. Can you guys please try this one that I just shared? I'm really sorry for that. It copied my project name.
Kavya, I think they should go to Vertex AI.
This also asks us for a sign-in.
I don't think any of the Scorp links would work, Kavya. Um, Rather, can you try this? Let me give you this AI Studio link.
I just used the search on the console and I'm able to see welcome to AI applications. That's the right page. I
Yes.
tried Gen App Builder on the search and it gave me some search options and then I was able to go to the welcome to AI
Yes, I
application.
think that is where we need to go into.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go to cloud.google.com.
Sorry, I'm kind of stuck. So after creating the billing, right, after you told me to go do that, then what do I do after that?
So you have to open the welcome to AI application screen. So probably you need to, the link that I have been sharing is not working out. So you need to, in the search bar, can you, okay, let me search it and tell you the exact thing that you need to search for. The same link was shared in the lab as well. Uh, can you please try to access this link, the code lab link that I have shared? It has this Vertex AI agent builder. Can you please try to access that? And let me know if that works.
Could you just show us the link, please, for Code Labs?
I am sharing my screen. Okay, let me try to copy it. But when I'm trying to open it, it's actually opening my.
Right, redirected to Cortex AI Studio.
Yeah.
So on the cloud, if you're able to search for Gen App Builder, you should be able to see the app that you just created. Is it even showing till there? Use cloud console.cloud.google.com.
Yeah.
Let me give you the link.
Can you try this link? Tina, can you try this link if that opens that I just shared console.cloud.google.com?
Okay, I'm like kind of really stuck because, from the billing thing, I'm not able to come back to the create project, right? It's given me two options. Like it's saying billing overview is, zero, something like that, right? Your total cost for May 1 to 8 0. So am I supposed to click on start free and then go to the next one, or where? Because I don't know which screen I went to.
Oh, I see. There should be a trial billing account which will give you a $5 credit. Rest of them will take you to a sign up page, which you're not supposed to do it now. You can just go about and using this. Are you
So,
able to see this?
so which one? Because
Okay.
Okay. Can you try to open the link that I have shared? I think it will open the Vertex AI application page, and before that, it will open the billing account. Can you
which
try?
one? The one you have shared, or the one Mithun has shared?
The
I
one
have
Kavya shared.
shared it for console.cloud.google.com
Okay.
slash billing. Can you
Let
see?
me click that and see what it's doing.
Yeah.
So it says you need additional access.
Okay. Mm, okay, I think we need to check that.
Do you think if I shared my screen, it might actually help? Because I think, yeah,
Probably, yeah,
yeah,
probably.
because
Yeah.
let me see if, because I think otherwise we're just wasting a lot of everybody's time.
Is
Yeah,
someone able to go till there, or is
So
everyone on the same page?
mine came to this one when I clicked, right?
yeah. So,
Okay.
okay, go to the Google Cloud icon. You can see on the top left, right? Click on that.
Here,
Yeah, Google Cloud. Click
Yeah.
on that.
yeah.
Go to home page.
Home page. Just click
Oh,
on that icon. That Google Cloud is written, right? Just click on that. Yeah, select a project.
this one?
Click on select a project. Next to Google, yeah. Can you click on next to Google Cloud? You have my project, right? Click on
Yeah,
that drop down. Yes, click on that.
yeah.
Now click on new project. New
New project.
project. Next to
Okay.
project. Correct. Okay, so it's not showing you the billing account details, correct?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
It
say.
hasn't been credited.
Okay. And
Tina, would you be able to reopen the URL where we asked you to claim credits?
So shall I just close the,
Yeah, please close this, and then would you be able to?
Excuse me?
Yeah, Aditi.
Actually, from here, I had navigated to billing account. There is a three-line sign that is available to the left of Google Cloud. If you could click on that, maybe it will take you to the billing account name.
can you share your screen, Vimla, and show that? I think that would be helpful.
Just a second.
Sorry, Aditi.
Kavya, I don't know who did you want us to share the screen? Me?
Like who? Sorry, I missed the name of the person who was sharing it. Aditi, I think you told, right, that we need to click on some tree icon where we can see the billing thing.
I'm asking, do we need to click on start free and claim those 300 credits that Google Cloud gives? Because I'm also having the same issues Tina is having. I'm also seeing the same pages.
Okay.
No, please don't click on the $300 credit. It will start to bill otherwise.
Yeah,
We
that's
want
why.
it to be without the billing. So can you click on this
So
on the
let
try
me just
GCP?
show what is there on mine, right? This was
Yeah.
there, right? Initially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should say click here to access your credit,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
If I did this, it comes here.
Yeah.
And then if I say accept and continue,
Yeah.
it gives this error.
Yeah, because it has been already credited to your account. Okay, can you open an incognito window or a private
Sorry,
browsing
did
window?
I just come out of it? Hold on.
If you can open a private browser,
Incognito.
incognito.
I've never done that, so
It should be next to your icon. There are three
yeah, it should
dots.
be here, right?
Yeah, next to your photo.
Because I have this one showing, I can't even see what it. Okay, here. And what do you?
I can't see anything
We are
in.
not able to see anything though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
then not the entire screen is shared.
Okay. Let me see what happened. Can you still not see my screen?
No.
Oh. Not sure what happened because I'm actually on the share mode.
Got it. Okay, let's do one thing in the interest of time,
Yeah,
given that
let's
we
just,
have
yeah.
only about 20 minutes or so. Kavya, why don't you just walk them through? And then what we could also do is a follow-up later, right? You can just show what you plan to build, and then we can see that we can give you offline support after this,
Yeah,
if that
sure.
works. Is
Yeah,
that
that
fine with
works.
everyone? Really
Yeah.
sorry. We thought certain of these links will work, which seems like it's hard to diagnose remotely.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone was not able to come till this page? Nobody was able to come, is it?
I was able to come.
Okay.
Which page could you?
This AI application.
Can you reshare your screen, Kavya?
I have also generated an agent, AI agent.
Yeah. So I'll be able to come to this screen where you are able to create a conversational agent. You need to scroll down. You'll be able
On
to see.
this, yeah, I have gone through this, and I
Nice.
have been at, I think, third step.
Yeah. So when you click on this conversational agent and click on create button here, you will be able to enable this
Yeah,
dialog. Yeah. So you need to
done.
do this and then click on the create agent button. So if you don't have any agent, it will ask you to create an agent, and then you actually need to go ahead and click on build your own agent. Are
Here it
there?
says billing required. Please add a billing account to enable the dialog flow API.
Yeah, so you need to select the Google that initially that we saw, right? The free billing account, this Google Cloud Platform trial billing account.
Yeah, this project is on the account.
Okay.
So should I just click on enable billing then?
Is it showing you to enable the billing?
Yeah, please add a billing account to enable.
Can you quickly share your screen if you don't mind?
I'm actually on mobile and I'm on my laptop, like two different devices.
Oh, okay. So please don't go for enabling any billing because
Yeah,
it will
don't enable.
probably
Yeah.
charge you. This should not ask you for uh, such billing details.
Yeah. And if you're not able to see this Google platform trial billing account, do not select anything else. It's okay. We can probably try this code lab offline in case it's not working. So you will have to then, if you click on build your own AI agent, you will get a display name, and which you can give any display name. So I went with travel buddy. You can have the location, time zone, and everything as default, and click on this playbook here, and then click on create. So it will actually create an agent for you. You have to click on the save button as well, and then yeah. So here basically then you can click on the chat button. It will ask you to select models. Mithun explained about these models quite in detail. What is 1.5 Flash 2.0? So I'll just go to the next screen, and it shows models like this: Gemini 1.5 Flash, 1.5 Flash 002, 2.0, 2.0 Flash. So what is the difference between 1.5 Flash and 2.0 Flash? Multimodal capabilities are not present in 1.5. And for the interest of this code lab, since we are not really using any images or videos, 1.5 is good enough. But in case you want to build an agent that can also process videos and images, please use 2.0 Flash. So uh, talking about what is the accuracy of an agent, it's how right your agent can be, right? So that is what the accuracy of agent can be. It is pretty obvious. Consistency is basically giving, when you give the similar input, it should give you similar outputs every time. So it should not be like it's giving different outputs all the time. So I think it's pretty consistent. Then comes the speed part. 2.0 Flash is faster than 1.5 Flash in terms of speed. And then comes the context window. So I also want to take a moment and quickly explain you what is a context window when it comes to LLMs and what is a token. So context window is basically how long text can your agent remember, right? So for example, let's say you are chatting with your agent there and you wrote a hi. So all the red color text is something that the user is giving, and the gray color is something that the agent is outputting. So if you are having a context window, and let's say the size of the window is this that I have shown here, the high part got out of the window, right? So because of the size of the context window, the LLM cannot remember anything that was outside of it, right? So basically, the more you give it prompts, it will keep a history till the context window size and give you responses based on that. So it remembers the conversation you had with it, like that. Okay, and so what is a token? So similar to English language, like the smallest unit is character, right? For making a sentence, the smallest unit is character. It can be an alphabet, number, or a special character. So a token is something that AI uses internally, and it is the smallest unit for it. It can be a character, a word, or even a part of a word. So for example, if I give A as a token token, right? So here, when it comes to amazed, A will be one token and mazed will be other token. But in this case, where may comes, right? So A is still here, but it does not have any meaning. So may will become one token. So does is that clear what I'm trying to explain in terms of token? Thumbs up, something if that's understandable. Any question? Okay, I will move ahead. So you'll be able to create your travel agent and give it prompts, and it will help you with all of the responses. So after that, we need to work on the grounding the agent. So Mithun already explained about grounding as well. So you do not want your agent to hallucinate. So for example, you tell it that, hey, tell me about a Barbie land. You do not want it to assume that you are talking about some country where women's population is more, and then it starts giving you responses based on that. So that is what we do grounding for. We can actually import a data store within your playbook. When you click on this button, it will open a screen like this, where you can give a tool name, data type, and also give a description about when to use this tool, right? So we did talk about AI agents use tool when it comes to their disposal. This is that tool. You can add your data store. Click on create new data store, and then use website content or cloud storage wherever you have your data in order to ground your AI agent. You had to actually provide a path here, click on a file and what kind of document you want to use there. And then it would create your alternative data store. So still we are not able to create the chatbot here that we wanted to create, but I anyway had something interesting for all of you. So I had a small Kahoot quiz. So at least we can try with that, right? I'll share my screen and then please log into that and let me know if that's accessible. Just give me a minute, I'm sharing. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Please join the Kahoot. You can click, go to www.kahoot.in and or you can also scan this QR code. Just wait for a minute to start the quiz. So kindly join the quiz in case you haven't joined. I think we are good to go. So I started. So are you enjoying the session? Great. Now comes the actual quiz part. This podcast is Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's see the leaderboard. Nice. Ruby's on the top, and we go to the next question. Agent is sad that it has some limitations. So lack of emotions, data dependency, bias, all of these are the limitations of any agent. Great. What is vertex space? Who voted for games and music? We were using Vertex AI Studio as a part of this code lab, but sadly it didn't work out. So it's 4B, model size that can be used on smartphone, where Mithun talked about where there is no internet connection and what could be the models that people could use. So it was 4B. This is the last question. Great. So that's it for the quiz. Let's see the podium. Harvey is the most attentive member of the workshop today. That's great. I hope you have been done with the request. Yeah. So this was something we were supposed to do in between, and the data store was getting imported for our grounding purpose. But anyway, we are done with that. So when your data store gets imported, it will look something like this. You can see a green tick, and it shows that it has been indexed. And when you click on the refresh for adding the data store, you will be able to see this alternative there, and you need to click on confirm. You need to actually select that the confidence right now is low, and the save button for this alternative location. And then in order to use it as a part of your agent, this is the command where you need to specify it with a dollar sign in curly braces, alternative location. So this alternative location is actually the name of the data store that you had given in the steps before. And so as a part of the exercise, if you ask this agent that tell me about Wakanda, right? So Wakanda is not a place which actually exists, but in the data store that you imported, it had some alternatives. Like in case a person asks about Wakanda, you can tell that the agent can basically tell that this place does not exist, but here are some places which have similar experience like Wakanda in the movie, right? So this is what grounding is for, and it gives you an alternative suggestion, understanding from the user's query what they actually want to visit. Now comes the part where you actually publish the agent. So you can generate a code that looks like this, and copy it and deploy it using Gemini's code assist. When you click here on this button, it will actually help you to publish. You can see the screen here, and you have to click on enable conversational messenger, where it will open this code where you need to copy it and keep it somewhere in your notepad and click on done. So this is the code that is actually the crux of the entire agent that you have built till now. Then you need to activate the Cloud Shell and authorize all the APIs that it shows you, and click on Open Editor. Here is the button for enabling Gemini Code Assist. So the moment you give it any kind of a prompt, it will generate the files for you. So this was the prompt, like here is my travel buddy, and then replace the code snippet that we just copied from publishing the agent button, and then click on can you create a simple Flask app to use it, right? So it will give you all the right code that you have to put. And then you had to create a file with app.py and then index.html. So index.html is the actual file which will load your UI, and the app.py file contains the runnable files for your application. After that, you had to run. So basically, in this app.py file in the templates index.html, this was the this was the place where you had to paste your code that the Gemini Code Assist would have generated, and then use Python app.py. It would run your server and generate a link like this. On If you click on it, it will open this page, which is a simple page. You could design it again using Gemini Code Assist, and then here is your agent that you just built, right? So I asked it, tell me about Bangalore. It started telling me about Bangalore. So yeah, that's it. This was the part of the code lab, and there was some cleanup that had to be done. Any questions?
Here is what I would suggest, right? You got the flow. Probably you were able to see through the recording. You have the code lab with you. Please try it out. And what we'll also do is try to fix the corp issue. I
Yeah.
think for some reason it's also linking to the corp account, which shouldn't be the case for general users. We'll try to fix it, and happy to connect with you again once more for anything. But open for questions. I just want you to ask us more questions on any of these that you have seen.
As we ask for more questions, I just wanted to check that with Mithun and Kavya, is it okay for me to share your LinkedIn's with the
Yeah,
team
sure.
here
Sure,
Please,
sure.
yes, please.
in case they have any further questions? And also, as we take questions, if everyone could just turn on their camera really quick for us to take a quick picture, that would be really nice. And then I think we can continue with the last question.
Yeah.
I'm going to just remove spotlight so I can see everybody. There we go. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 cheese quick. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yes, please continue with the
Yeah, thank you. First question, thank you so much, Mithun and Kavya. You- Your patience as well. Like we came up with all queries, and but yeah, it would be really helpful that with filling this as it was also we were able to just we were able to taste whole flow and somewhere from it that like is going up in the building thing. So
Yeah, really sorry about that. We'll fix it. I think this is one thing that we oversaw. Some of
definitely.
this should be done, but I think please try it out. The credits will be accessible till 10th of May, so even if you are doing it later, you can you can start to do it on your own, looking through the code lab link that we have shared. And at any point of time, if you're stuck, if you need more access to us, please reach us out. Happy to help you there.
Definitely, thank you.
I share the code lab link again in the chat, so you can go through it and try to do it.
So coming to the question, so related to also because so far, just to give you the heads up, like I tried it with transparency, I got to make up for that.
Mridula, you're
Um,
not audible.
Mridula, you're not
Audio.
audible actually.
Oh, okay. So is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question was like I worked on different AI tools, and Gemini is something which I'm planning to explore more. And I do have a kind of project. Say, for example, I have a data, and when I need to send that and analyze the data, it should give. Is there any AI, or can I come up with my own LLM in Gemini? So where I should be able to come up with the dashboards using that data.
Yes,
So
you can start to build an agent here, Pratila. So the models is also left to you. For instance, you might use Gemma, you might use Gemini 2.5 or
yeah.
1.5. And as you did very similar to what you did in Travel Buddy, you'll rather come up with the visualization buddy or some complex queries that it can start. The input here is going to be a CSV. You're going to say that, hey, read my CSV or read my Excel sheet, and then start to come up with it. So you can build your own agent.
So you could actually explore that page. So the moment you go to this code lab, you will be able to see different kinds of agents as well, and you can also add different kinds of data stores. So go ahead and explore that part. Uh, I actually feel very sorry. I was not like it didn't work out like we expected, but there are a lot of options. So please feel free to explore that.
Definitely, thank you. And sorry, I'm taking another question.
Yeah.
So how about the tokens, and also here, how does that works comparatively with other AI tools? So is it huge because the intelligence which you mentioned, right? It's huge compared with other AI tools. That was the graph which you showcased. So I was quite interested on that. So, but also I'm quite concerned on this part, especially the tokens wise. So is it different?
So I can take this question. The contextual window again varies according to the model. So the contextual window will say how much are we storing, how many tokens are we storing. It could be 1 million token or 2 million token. So depending on that, it would. Depending on the model, the contextual window changes. And then I didn't hear the second part right. You were concerned about what
A
it's
very
storing.
basic question which I take, say in ChatGPT, the basic question which I take, so that may take like 200K. So how about here also? Would that be huge or less? I think you guys might be knowing of the charge generally compared with others. Like, was it? I
Right,
just know
right,
it's a very higher level, and
right.
this is
So
competitive.
certain of the reasoning things are better. Each one has its own advantages and disadvantages. There are pros and cons in each model. What I would recommend, Mridula, is to try it out in terms of various flavors of this models, Gemini models, and see that with respect to the task that you would want to accomplish, what is working well as well. And with respect to the other available models, it could be Anthropic models or any other Claude or GPT kind of models. You can see the comparison yourself in terms of what is working well.
Yep, sure. I'll do.
All right.
Get my hands dirt. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mithun and Kavya. Honestly, Kavya, just to answer that, I understand that things might have not gone according to flow, but I think it was a very interesting, very informative workshop either way. So thank you so much to the both of you, and thank you so much for everyone who joined. We're a bit late on time, but that's okay. I think I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for doing this, and the recording will be up on our YouTube channel. And also, I've put the LinkedIn's of both Mithun and Kavya in the chat if you all have any more questions for them. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
very good
Thank
night.
you, Arishi, and thanks everyone. Thanks for having us here.